Hello, my beautiful family. I want to have a little chat with you today. I'm not going to do any reading. I don't have any insight I particularly want to give you. I just want to talk a little bit about how I've been feeling. Because I've been feeling a bit stuck, particularly with the music over the last couple of days. I've told you guys, obviously, I've got the Burgos album coming up, start of next month, and then I've got Cat's Day Every Day in December. But the third project I've been working on is like getting out the final electronic shit, which I haven't produced in a while. I've really wanted to get out some electronic fully produced by me. It was going to be an album, but it's got to the point where like there's so many of the tracks where it's just like I feel like I've worked on them so long and they're so old that I don't even want to put them out anymore. They don't really represent me anymore. There's a handful of the tracks which really do represent me, and I feel like muddying them with these old tracks, like I don't want to release them together. In fact, I don't even want to release it. Like if I release them in the future, I don't know. I need to work on them a lot, but I'm thinking of distilling this album down into perhaps just an EP, a smaller project of 4 tracks, maybe just 4 tracks, because I've been working on so many tracks that are produced by other people. When I go back to working on tracks that are produced by myself, I remember how much work goes into fucking producing a track as well as singing on it. Like singing on a track is easy, mixing the vocals is easy, but when you're producing the whole track as well, it becomes like there's too many elements to play with. It becomes like an infinite possibility conundrum type thing, and it fucks with me a bit. That's why like multilinear took so long, dude, because so much of that was self-produced. And it's like the reason I've been able to do so much this year is because I've been like spreading the family, having other people produce so much of my stuff. And yeah, it's just a bit jarring to go back to trying to fully produce a song and sing on it and master it and everything, and just remembering how much work that is, because it is a lot of work. Like not even like physical time work, which it is. It does take a lot of time, but it's more mental creative work. Like the choices involved strain me. So that's why I'm thinking I felt a bit stuck with this album that I wanted to put out. So I'm going to pull it back to an EP, I think. So I'll have the Burgos album, which is guitar bangers. Then we've got the EP, which will be fully electronic. And then end of the year Cat's Day Every Day acoustic shit. Lo-fi. So at least like that feels a bit clearer, but yeah, I felt stuck in the sense that I wanted to do so much more, but I honestly don't feel like a lot of what I was doing represents me, and it feels wrong to put it out. The second thing, which obviously is getting me real stuck, is the fact that the album got copyright strike the other day, or 2-3 days ago, the start of the weekend. It's Monday now, going Tuesday AM. And yeah, that's been a real reminder of like how tentative all of this success, I guess, is. Like at any point the rug could be pulled out from under me. Because yeah, there's samples, no matter whether I've done a lot of production on the tracks or not, there's samples on every single album. And so it's like, yeah, it's just scary to know that not even, and that's the thing, the sample on what took down Demolition of Tower 17 was not even like a sample from another song. It was a loop. It was a loop sample from a beat pack, but apparently I was not allowed to use that, and I wasn't even aware of it because it was the homies' production. But that's just how tentative this shit is. It was something I'm completely unaware of, completely took down my previous album, and like at this point I have no way of putting it up except just like hoping that the person I've talked to, like they've released the claim because I've talked to them and paid them some money and put them on the splits. And like that's all good, but it's just like waiting at this point. It's like, is the album just going to come back, or am I going to have to like do all the shit of like redistributing it, because that's a fucking hassle. And like, it's just scary to know that using a sample can lead to that, because that's a whole part of this music thing is like stressful for me, like uploading and distributing, because that's all like very technical shit, and I'm the creative mind, like I don't have a manager. I do all that managerial shit myself, and the more of that I have to do, the less music I can create, and it's very hard. But at the same time, like, I'm happy this has happened, because it's like it's showing me the possibilities, and it's creative challenge. It is also creative challenge, and just challenge of myself to be aware of the problems and be able to move through them. But it's been stressful, because that album was my baby, and it's not out yet right now, and I'm just waiting for my baby to be back accessible to everyone. But yeah, the song was As For Now. One of the guitar loops on that was apparently the owner of that had the ability to just claim the whole album. It's nuts. But yeah, that's been stressing me out, man. And I feel like I need to share it, because it's halting my process. Like, I have the video for Shadows completely done, but I don't want to put it out, because you homies can't go and listen to the album if I put it out, And that's right around when the burger shit's going to be coming out. And anyway, I don't want to complain anymore. I'm happy that it's not something bigger, I'm happy that, it's not possible that, like, any of my big songs, like Goodnight, Don't Run, or She Is, my 3 bangers, it's not possible for them to get striked, because I completely produce all 3 of those. But the albums that they're on, Multilinear could get striked. It's just a lot to worry about, and I'm already prone to worry, so... Anyway, I want to thank you guys, because when this shit happened, I posted to my Insta, like, ASAP, because I was kind of freaking out, and, like, a handful of you guys reached out pretty instantaneously to, like, help me sort out the situation in terms of, like, dealing with the copyright claim as fast as I can, to do everything I can on my end, so that, like, possibly it could be resolved. And we're just in that moment right now where we're hoping it's going to be resolved. But yeah, right now the demolition of Tower 17 has itself been demolished, as Benny was saying in the chat last night. So let's hope that the demolition is reinstated soon, because I want to give you guys that Shadows video, hopefully in a couple of days. Hopefully if the album's back up by the end of the week, then I can release Shadows video on Thursday or Friday. And that'll also be around when Health is coming out, the new Burgo song I previewed on the live the other day. So yeah, we got setbacks, but they're not so much setbacks as hurdles. Like, we're not going backwards, we're just becoming more aware of the terrain, the obstacles. And yeah, I am grateful for this challenge. I prefer this happen than not happen, because if it happened further down the track, I'd be less prepared. Now I'm prepared. I do feel more managerial in a sense. So that's nice. But yeah, again, thank you guys for being there, for supporting me, for reaching out. And just the fact that a whole bunch of you reached out and was like, yo, where'd the album go? It actually shows that you guys care and are listening to it and want to be listening to it and are worried when it's gone. So yeah, I appreciate you for that. My siblings, thank you. Thank you, Raze Army, RAZEGOD family, for riding for me when the tower's under siege. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say right now. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being there. I'll show you something quick. I bought some books today, because I went into a bookshop. I didn't want to buy any books because I have so many books already I haven't read fully. But these books had the goddamn RAZEGOD symbol on them. So it was like, how could I not? Let me show you. They're by Rudolf Steiner, who is a close friend of Helena Blavatsky, who I am a big admirer of. And I admire Steiner. I've got one of his books on evil, but I've not gone into him as deeply as I have Blavatsky. But I will be soon, because I have a whole bunch of his lectures, I think from 1918. First one is called eternal and transient elements, the cosmic past of humanity, and the mystery of evil. You can kind of see the raise symbol there. It's like blue cross and a red goddamn circle. How crazy is that? On the book. The other one's called Dying Earth and Living Cosmos, the living gifts of anthroposophy and the need for new forms of consciousness. Anthroposophy is a field of kind of philosophical science that was founded by Blavatsky and her associates, including Steiner. God damn, I can't get this orientation right now. You can't see the cross and circle that well, but it's there. But yeah, I'm booked up. I'm thinking of doing some LSD and like pretending as though Rudolf Stein is actually in the room with me and reading these. Because like, well, they've got the raised symbol on them, so it's like they're essentially speaking to me. It does kind of feel like that. It feels as though I could go into a state in which I'm taking the information as seriously as though he were present in front of me, reincarnate, teaching me intimately. And I feel like that would be a much deeper way to take in the information, whether there's LSD involved or not. Just a heightened state of awareness, I think. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to my little rant of worries about Tower 17. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being there. My eternal family. The greatest family I have. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so